Spoiler alert, I am Groot.
That was really good.
I am Groot.
That was really
I am
good.
Groot.
Yeah,
I am Groot.
the thing about the Guardian movies is all three of them are really great, and this was a great way to end off this series.
There is sentimental value here because the first movie was the very first vlog I did years ago when I was doing the Cinevlogs by myself. I had a high school friend with me, and I took him to see the first one and the second. And that's what jump-started this whole thing. Because the minute I first saw that teaser image in Entertainment Weekly, I'm like, huh, Marvel doing their own Star Wars. And you have a raccoon with weapons and a talking tree voiced by the Iron Giant Vin Diesel. My vibes say box office gold, but no one believed me. And there I was, opening night. The whole room was packed. There was so much applause, so much laughter.
Yeah.
So many tears.
Yeah.
I'm never in my life going to experience a good crowd like that. I don't know how, don't know when, but that is the best theater reaction I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And then the week after was Michael Bay's Turtles.
Like the first one, yeah, no, the first one was okay, I guess, but no.
Yeah, I remember there was 10 crying kids being escorted out of the theater.
Yeah, because of how ugly they are.
Well, there were like so many violent scenes and stuff, and
no, it was because of how ugly they were. I mean, the only one they were just ugly design.
If I see that with you, I'll pinpoint exactly what moments when they left, because I remember distinctively when. It was when the Shredder attacks. It was later when they're like captive by the other guy, the boss is trying to drain his blood, where they're all just standing up like that. The snow chase scene.
Yeah, that's not a movie I ever plan on watching again, let's put it that way.
These movies, yeah. I'm so glad I revisited the first two this week.
Yeah, my sister and I revisited not that long ago. We watched it with my mom and dad, so...
You were telling me this, we were walking around. I didn't know you skipped the first one when it came out.
Well, no, it wasn't a deal that we skipped it. We just weren't interested in it. And the reason why we saw the second one was because it was a double feature at a drive-in.
And it was with Pirates 5,
Yeah, Pirates 5, which was awful. That was the first movie. And then the second movie was Guardians 2, and we loved it. And then we watched the first one after that, and then we watched both of them again with my parents.
Yeah.
So.
No, they got great soundtracks. I love the characters. I can't think of a weak person. It's a great balance between comedy and humor. With that said, going into this one, I was really worried. I was beyond worried because I didn't know like what was going to happen, because it's been hinted this is the final one with these characters, like this incarnation in general, because James Gunn is doing the DCU universe and things like that. So I didn't know who was going to live, who was going to die, and this was such a ball of emotion, but I still had a lot of good fun with it. This is a good start to the summer. Yeah. It's dark, but it's worth it. It's worth it just to get to those moments.
Like, it was dark, but it still had that humor. Like, the humor. Just the chemistry with the cast has always been fantastic in these movies.
There's a lot of moments when Nebula said stuff and you were just snickering. You're like, this is why she's my favorite character.
Yes.
You idiots are talking at a time like this!
Can we go save our friend now?
Oh, brother. Without trying to give too much away, it is a Rocket-centered film. It is about Rocket. Everything that's been hinted in the first two come full circle here. It's in the trailer. We see his origin, what he came to be, and things like that. The stuff that's in the comics, they do port over into here. And I'm curious to know how enthusiasts are going to feel about that. There is a Lila. There is a walrus. But my God, it teeters. It teeters between punk robo version of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I almost want to say Plague Dogs. Because there are some moments where it's very... I don't want to say it's hard to watch, but you can just feel the pain and tragedy just in those scenes alone when he's with those characters.
Yeah.
There's like a bunny that has like these robotic spider legs. There's a walrus on wheels. Lila the otter has like these robotic arms. It's like, good God, this is going to be pretty brutal for parents. But at least there's some interesting intrigue to it.
It makes you want to hug your pets when you get home,
God.
let's put it that way.
I'll do the same thing. If you're sensitive about animal cruelty,
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
bit of a trigger warning there. I mean, they
it
don't
goes
like.
places.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
mean, not. It's not enough to not make you want to watch the movie because it's not like they
No,
show anything like
no.
super graphic or anything. But it is a bit upsetting, some of the stuff.
I'd say it's on the level of Secret of Nim,
Yeah,
but definitely a lot more harder.
yeah,
Because like the experiments on the rats in those scenes where there was something intriguing but scary at the same time. Here,
yeah,
my God,
yeah,
the things they do. They have like this chamber that's supposed to highly evolve creatures, and they're trying to find a problem with it. Basically, what this is, it's the island of Dr. Monroe in space.
hmm,
Without going too far, because I don't want to spoil the second half, that's what it is. It's an H.G. Wells story, but Star Wars. And I loved it for that.
yeah,
The sheer gall it took, especially with the ideas and the concepts, how it's pulling through, how one thing is evolving more than the other. It's the Frankenstein mythos, creation versus creator, and I love things like that. Um, what characters do you think stood out to you in this entry the most?
Well, definitely Nebula
Yep.
and Mantis and Drax.
Mm-hmm.
I know the movie was a focus on Rocket, but I felt like it focused a lot on those characters, and
Yeah.
seeing how far Nebula has come from her introduction, she's
They
come a long way.
they were definitely the comic relief of the batch, but in a good way. Like
Yeah,
there were moments where they were helpful, but they had like a really good gag once in a while.
and just Nebula is like, "Where are you?" Just every time they would do something, she'd be like,
I like the callback too in the first film when Drax mentions how he used to have like a family and stuff, and
mm-hmm.
because they're eliminated now, he's cold and heartless, and henceforth Drax is a destroyer. He's killing out of avenging. I like how that gets paid off here in a sense. We really
Yeah,
do see what he was trying to be this whole time.
yeah,
Not really the killer, but something else. I love that. The stuff with Peter Quill I thought was kind of interesting.
yeah,
Especially given how he's trying to keep everyone together. Too many people in his life have died in these movies.
yeah,
So they're trying to save Rocket. You can just really feel it, especially near the end.
yeah, because he doesn't want to lose anyone
No,
else. He's lost so many.
There's so many.
And even though Gamora is back, it's not the same Gamora.
No, she's with the rat. She's with a whole other group, which I actually didn't mind.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea that she's with the. Again, without giving too much. There's so many things that could be easily spoiled.
Yeah.
Just the fact that she's trying to make her own identity and things like that, and she's questioning, why am I supposed to be with you? Did we have something earlier? And then they come to terms with that at the end, which I thought was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Just letting...
Like, she still went with her group, but
Yeah.
you could tell that she did at least make somewhat of a bond.
It felt perfect closure.
Yeah.
It definitely did. You rarely have a trilogy that lets the characters have their own paths and go their own ways. And I liked that. I really did. You don't have to resort to killing any of your heroes just to get a point across.
Yeah.
I am thankful.
Yeah,
so thankful they did not do that.
Yeah, I was worried that at least one of them was going to die.
So did I.
It was really nice that it ended in a way where, yes, it's implied that they're not going to be a group anymore, but it's a happier ending,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Without giving too much away, yeah, at least... It's like the ending of Return of the... Oh, how dare you spoil this movie from 1983? It's like the ending of Jedi, where all the characters just go their different ways and all these different directions and stuff. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But it feels more heartwarming. You can tell James Gunn loves this universe, loves these characters, and if anything bad happened to them, you're more likely to know that the creator himself of the franchise is going to regret it. So I'm glad with the stuff they did at the end with these folks.
Yeah.
What do you think of the villain, the High Evolutioner?
Oh, he was a douchebag. he was good at being creepy.
Compared to the other two, Ronan.
I would say he was as bad as Ego. Like, he was egotistical in his own way. Like, Ego was like, I'm just gonna be a gigantic planet and make the whole universe just me. Where this guy is like, I want to create a perfect world. And destroy anything that is...
It's quintessentially someone making a world out of Legos and just going, these Legos have feelings. Nope, I don't like it. Smash, 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 smash. Let's make new Lego sets.
He's a douchebag.
Oh my god. The scene in general that I'm alluding to, that was good lord.
Mm-hmm.
I lean over to you and like, this is not the Animal Crossing adaptation I anticipated. Without giving... It's Dr. Monroe in space, people.
Yeah.
That's the best alliteration or connection I can make to it. I think with Ego, it was a little more interesting because he was trying to remake the entire universe. Here, it's one person just trying to make a perfect world, trying to make a perfect thing. And the biggest weakness of all is having his creation be more intelligent than the creator, which I liked.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I don't know if it was a performance thing or the fact of how little scenes we share with him, but I feel like Ego left a bigger impression than the Evolutioner. That's not saying Evolutioner is a bad villain. I just wish there was maybe a few more scenes here and there, or some bits here and there. Because you can feel the villainry. You can understand why he's trying to do this. So I don't know if it's a performance thing or not, but I thought he was intimidating, but it just needed another push to pull it further.
Yeah.
He's definitely worse than Ronan, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
You just need a little more push to make him more memorable. There's good ideas, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this just, for 2 hours and a half, it felt quick. I'm so glad there's a movie that doesn't drag and feels quick and has these amazing set pieces.
Yeah.
Especially when they go to that planet with the organic stuff. There's some good moments in there too. Here, you're in love with Drax. Why is it always me?
I love the relationship between Drax and Mantis. They're just like, they're such like sibling dynamic. Like they're so freaking adorable.
And you see that too in the holiday special.
Oh yeah, the holiday special was great too.
Oh no, I left my tiny man. Look, we can go after Kevin Bacon or get the tiny man. Tiny man. And there's even a neat little callback to that too at the end, but I can't. The minute I see the clue, I'm like, oh my god, they're referencing that. What a way to sneak that in. There's just one tiny problem. We didn't get to see Rocket steal another robotic arm or eye in this one. But it does, given where this goes, it does make sense. It is more emotional. It is more gloomy. Even the opening too, where he's walking around in nowhere playing creep, that perfectly sets the tone of this film.
Yeah.
That it's unlike the others, where it was a complete joyride. This one is a roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah.
You will feel things. Everything else I'm going to say is a spoiler, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's really not much else we can say. All I can really say is that if you like the Guardians movies, watch this one. Definitely watch this one.
If you've been following these characters from the start, by all means, this is worth seeing in theaters. This is a perfect cap, and I'm saying this out of pure honesty. There were so many trilogies I've seen where they'd start off with a character's journey, and then when they get to that third one, it's either we don't know what direction to take it into, or they just throw it up in the air, give it to someone else, or they just go in a whole different direction. No, this, after seeing the previous two, this links it perfectly with the previous ones. This is finally a Marvel movie I can say that is worth seeing in theaters. And we passed on Quantumania.
Not yet. Wow.
I have no opinion on Quantumania.
I haven't seen the Ant-Man movies, and frankly, I don't never care to, because
first one's worth it. I didn't like the second one. I haven't seen Quantumania. I'll probably rent out of curiosity for myself. That's about it. Because I've been having this on and off thing with Marvel, because Endgame just really threw so much up in the air. Because it felt like the definitive end to me, in a sense. Because they really shook up that universe.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's more contained, more smaller, and I think because it's following with the other two, it felt a little better in how conclusive it was. Especially with the open doors it has at the end. So if Gunn wants to come back and continue these characters to do spin-offs, that's fine, all the power to him. Or if Marvel, the studio in question, wants to continue their paths, I'm glad they left that door open.
Yeah.
So at the very least, if they want to revisit these characters or do like another iteration or something, oh no, we're being raptured. The golden sun is flying into our main. Well, it was a good life. At least we ended things with a good movie.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. This is worth seeing.
Yes, it was definitely worth seeing.
We only had 3 trailers in front of this one.
Yeah, one of them was the Marvels, which I know you weren't a big fan of Captain Marvel, but I liked it, so I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
I'll end up seeing it with you regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it'll surprise me, maybe not. I'm just like, it depends on what's really interesting, because in this time it's like, I don't have to see every single Marvel film, so I'm kind of just going by what I'm intrigued by. I'm not too crazy about the Marvels, but I'll still see it with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be like last night in Soho where I was just slowly sinking in my chair, just cringing. It's a superhero movie. It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, what were the other two? There was a new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, that one looked good.
That looks fun.
What was the third one?
Oh, shoot. Because there were... Oh, now I remember. It was Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah, that
looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I remember going on the ride. It definitely looks closer. It certainly looks darker, especially with the gags. Like, they have the room that is the room getting bigger or are you getting smaller? I think the closest thing was that Muppet Halloween special.
Yeah, that was cute. I like that.
I think it's going to be that, but more darker, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
Don't know what plot comes ahead, but certainly ready for what's going to come this summer.
I'm
trying to think if there's anything coming out next week.
I don't think so.
Because I know there's that...
Not anything that...
is of interest.
Yeah.
I'm just a little curious. Things have begun. Because usually when the summer hits, I sometimes like to list out this is playing, this is playing.
Well, it's not summer yet. It's still spring.
Oh, you go by the weather. I go by the month.
Oh, yeah, I go by the month too, but if you're going by the month, June is summer, not May.
Yeah. Let's see if anything stands out. I'm just curious. I'm not trying to... Book Club. Never heard of it. Carter. Knights of the Zodiac. Nope. Oh, definitely not Fast X. I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, yeah, there's so many of them.
I think they went in space at one point.
They're racing cars. Why are they going into space?
Oh, I know you want to see The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
I'll behave. I'll be good.
I'm the same age as that movie.
I
think it came out before I was born.
It can't be as bad. Oh, God, I'm going to chance it now. How can it be as bad as Peter Pan and Wendy? There's psychologically intriguing and psychologically disturbing, and that movie was psychologically disturbing. Spider-Man Across the Universe. That's going to be 2 hours and 20 minutes. And we have the adaptation of Stephen King's The Boogeyman. Again. Transformers Rise of the Beast.
No, thank you.
Really?
Never watched the other Transformers movies. Never showed an interest in them, so sorry.
The trailer didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Definitely not doing Strays. Nope.
Oh, that really... That was one of those, man and I saw the trailer to that, and it literally looked like they were just giving away all the funny stuff in the trailer, so...
Yeah, that looks terrible. The Flash, which I'll wait until the reviews come out.
Well, if they had the TV show Flash being the Flash and not that freaking idiot.
Less said the better. Elemental, we're unsure about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Definitely Indiana Jones 4. Oh, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. It's a DreamWorks movie. Okay, moving right along. I haven't seen anything for Harold and the Purple Crayon.
I haven't even heard of that.
Really? You don't know about the book?
No.
Oh. It's a little kid with a purple crayon.
It's probably something I read when I was little. I just don't remember it, dear.
Alright, not sure about Insidious. To make another Joyride, which is weird. Definitely not Mission Impossible.
There's so many of those, too.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I think that's the Barbie movie.
Maybe.
I'll wait for the reviews. Definitely Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem.
Because that looks really good.
I so want to do something special with that. The Meg 2, The Trench. The first one was fun.
I haven't seen it.
It's
weird watching movies that have my name in them.
Well, I rewatched Disney's Hercules for a Patreon review, and Megara's in there.
Well, it's Megara, though. It's not like her name is actually Megan.
I don't know, because they call her Meg, but
Well, I guess Meg is also a nickname for Margaret,
Yeah.
according to my web show character.
Yeah, still, the first Meg I remember seeing was fun. Oh, Last Voyage of the Deanmeyer. That one I'm a little curious about, because that's actually a passage from the Dracula book. Basically it's basically The Thing, but on a boat where Dracula's taking out shipmates. Finally, a true horror movie for the summer. I haven't heard anything about Blue Beetle. What's this Please Don't Destroy?
I don't know.
3 childhood friends who live and work together don't like where their lives are, heading straight off to find gold treasure and be buried on a nearby mountain.
Sounds like adult Goonies.
It's... No, their real name should be Without a Paddle 3. And probably one of those already exist. Am I back in... How did they end up in April? Curse you, Wikipedia list. It's really about it for the summer, actually. Oh, well.
Yeah, I do know that in October, a certain horror movie is going to be coming out based off of a cult classic video game series. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm a little curious about that because they got the Jim Henson Creature Shop doing the effects. So I kind of wonder how that's going to work in, because they really... I've always wanted to see another movie, regardless of being horror or something, with them working behind it. If it has Jim Henson's name attached, I'm going to go, oh, I must see this.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like the animatronics are legit, like, they literally built animatronics, and it looks like they're
there.
It looks like they're definitely modeled off of the first game, which I love. The first game animatronics I love the most. I just can't help it. They just have such a cool design. Yeah. Like, they're creepy, and they kind of look like Muppets. I mean, Freddy Fazbear. Think of it. He looks like Fozzie Bear, just really creepy.
Hey, you have a slice of pizza, I'm gonna kill you. Waka waka. Ah!
I'm surprised someone hasn't done a spoof of Five Nights at Freddy's calling it Five Nights at Fozzie's.
It probably exists.
Nights at Fozzie's.
You know it has to exist. Instead of killing kids, he's killing kids with jokes.
Gonzo would be Foxy. But instead of running down the hall to get the night guard, you see him like they do a camera thing where it's like him setting up a cannon and launching himself in the cannon, and then the animation of him going down the hall is him being blasted through the cannon going, Wah!
Oh, now you got more intrigued than ever. So yeah, that's...
Fan games, make it happen. Make a Five Nights at Fozzie's with the Muppet characters.
You know.
Do it!
You know someone out there's probably already done it, albeit fanfic.
Maybe, I don't know. That would be funny, though.
With the things I've found, I'm certain it exists.
There's not a game of it yet, because if there was, the YouTubers I watch would probably play it, but oh my god, make it happen.
I gotta do this in a Scottish accent, it doesn't sound offensive, but to all you Simpson fans out there, ach, Miss Vessos, not such a thing does exist. Because Apu would say something like that. Apu, do you have like a slushy that tastes like beer? Mr. Simpson, not a thing such exists. Then give me just something else.
You said Apu? Apu's not Scottish.
I know. It's just if I did the Hindu voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could have done.
I wanted it to be funny but inoffensive.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Hangazaria. So that's our 2 cents on Guardians 3.
Yes.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Be good, everybody.